Hello, everybody, and welcome into a new English series. And today's series is going to be about grammar revision onto the following topics: compound subjects and verbs, direct objects, subject complements. Let's just start first with the compound subjects and verbs. Look here on the side of the screen. I'm going to write a sentence, and I need you to focus with me. I'm going to say, for example, Ali and Semi met their friends yesterday. Okay, so we are having here a sentence. Let's check if we are having things which are compound. And we said, guys, that compound means two or more, whether subjects or verbs. So do we have here two subjects or more? Let's see, Ali, it's a subject, Sami is a subject. So we're having here compound subject. Yes, Ali and Sami met their friend, and we're having here one verb. So this is V, okay, and this one is what? Is S, and this one is S also, okay? So Ali and Sami, they are compound subject. Okay, let's have another sentence. Look here. I'll say, for example, Yazan ran and jumped. Ran and jumped. Here we're having Yazan is a subject. Okay, let me just try to make it like this. Okay, subject, and we're having here ran and jumped. Okay, both of them, they are compound what? Verbs. Yes, there are two verbs. Okay, so these ones are compound verbs. Wonderful. Now we know what is a compound subject: two or more subjects in a sentence. Compound verb: two or more verbs in a sentence. Okay, we're having here an exercise. Combine each pair of sentences by using compound subject or compound verb. In your new sentences, underline the subjects once and the verbs twice. Okay. The example: Jacob Grimm researched German folktales, so did his brother. Great. Okay. When I say so did his brother, the sentence is supposed to be his brother researched German folktales. So did, it means he did the same. Okay? So do you think that I have to repeat what is written here by he researched German folktales? Of course, no. So I'm going now do what? I'm going to connect between the brother. Okay, let me try to make it clear here. His brother, okay, and who? And Jacob Grimm. They are gonna be two compound subjects, and they did one same action, which is researched German folktales. I don't have to repeat it. Okay, so as you can see here in the answer, Jacob Grimm and his brother researched German folktales, and they ask you here to underline the subject once. For the subject is going to be Jacob Grimm and the brother. So both of them, they are what? Compound subject, right? And we're having one verb, which is researched German folktales. Okay, so the point here is that I don't have to repeat what is in the two sentences. I don't have to repeat it. That's why I connected it. But also I have to use which compound. If we have two verbs, so we're gonna have compound verbs. If you have two subjects or more, you're gonna have compound what? Subject. Let's apply what we said on the first example here. As you can see, they traveled around Germany. They visited many libraries. Okay, so where is the subject in the first sentence? So it's they, sorry. Yes, it's they, and here also we're having they. Shall I repeat it? I hear you now. Yes, we don't have to repeat it. But they traveled around Germany, and visited many libraries. So we're having different what? Verbs here. So we're gonna connect the verbs. We're gonna have compound verbs. So let's connect the two sentences now. It's gonna be they traveled around Germany and visited many libraries. Visited many what? Libraries. Good. Nice. This is it. They traveled around Germany and visited many libraries. Where is the subject? The subject, let's underline it once. Yes, we're having they. This is subject, and we're having what as a verb? Yes, we're having traveled. Let's do it like this. Yes, underline it twice. Okay. And we're having also visited, which is the other verb. So we're having what here? We're having compound what? Yes, compound verbs in this sentence. Good. Let's go to the next sentence. The Grimms worked hard. They published more than 200 tales. So they here is referring to the Grimms. So shall I repeat it? Of course, I hear you now. We don't have to, right? We don't have to repeat it. So we're having different what? Different verbs. So let's do it now. We're going to have compound verbs here. So the sentence, that Grimms, okay, worked hard and published. And what? Published more than, okay, 200 tales. Great. Nice. Yes. Here we are. This is our sentence. And we're going to underline the subject once. And the subject is going to be, yes, it's going to be the Grimms. And let's see the verb we're having here. Work it once, twice. And we're having the verb published. Yes, we're underlining it here twice. So we did what is asked in this what? In this exercise. Right, exactly. Sentence number 3. Their tales became popular. They were translated into many languages. Okay, wonderful here. So they here is referring to what? Yes. So they is referring to their tales. Shall we repeat it when we are combining the sentences? Yes, I hear you. Of course, no. So we're going to erase this. And we're having here two verbs. What are the two verbs we're having? Became, okay. And the other verb is going to be what? Were translated. This is what? Were translated. Good. Let's now connect the two sentences. It's going to be their tales, right, became popular and were translated into many languages. Excellent. This is how I want you to think. This is how I want you to answer and know which one is exactly the subject, okay, and which one is the verb. So here we are having one subject, which is, yes, it's going to be tales. So underline it once. And we're having compound verbs. What are the compound verbs? It's going to be, yes, became is a verb. So underline it twice. And also we are having were translated. Okay. Were translated like this. Yes, we're having it as another verb. Okay. So we're having a compound verb in this sentence. Good. Number 4. Evil stepmothers are in many stories. Token animals are in many stories. Good. So we're having here evil stepmothers, and we're having here talking animals, right? So the subject here is different, right? And are in many stores, it's one. So here we're going to combine between what? The subject. Okay, we're gonna have compound subject here. So let's make it now. We're gonna write it here, evil stepmothers and okay, talking animals are in many stories, right? So this is how we connected the sentence. Amazing. As I said before, we don't have to repeat what is repeated in the sentences, okay? So here we connected between evil stepmothers and token animals are in many what? Stories. This is how we combine it. Are we, then I'm gonna ask you about what are the compound what subjects? Is it gonna be evil or mothers in the first one? Of course, I'm not talking about evil. I'm talking about what? Stepmothers. Evil here is an adjective. So I'm gonna underline stepmothers once. Okay. And also I'm talking about talking only, or I'm talking about the animals. I'm talking about what? The animals. So here we're having what? Compound subjects. Okay. And where is the verb? We're having only here are. Are is a verb. Okay. And it's not compound. There is no other verb with are. Okay. So in the sentence, we're having compound subject. Let's go to number 5. Have you read Tom Thumb? Have your friends read it? Okay. So it's a question here that needs to be combined. We need it to be one. Okay. So let's see how we're going to connect. I'm going to make it have you or your friends read, okay, what? Tom Thumb. Okay, and this is a question. We should have put what? Yes, question mark. So let's see here what we are having. We are having have. Okay, this one is a verb. Okay, so we're going to underline it twice. Okay, and also we are having what? Read. And the subject here is you once and friends once. So let me check what did we do here. In the sentence here, we are having a subject which is you, and we're having here also your friends. So this is how we connected it. We connected between, we made a compound subject. We made a compound what? Subject. Read it is referring to Tom Thumb. And also, as you see here, we have read Tom Thumb. So we don't have to repeat read it, okay? And have and read is what? A verb phrase. So if I want to make it a normal sentence, it should be, I'm going to write it here, you and your friends. Okay, well, let's make it as we just made, you or your friends, okay, have read Tom. Okay, Thumb. See? Oh, so it's going to be here a sentence. Why did I make it like this? Just to make you feel it's clear that we are having compound subject. Look here, the compound subject is you. Okay, and here also I'm having friends. Okay. Don't say your friends, it's only what? Friends. So here we're having the subject is you, and also friends is what? Subject, and the verb is going to be what? Have read. Okay, whether have read or has read, but in this sentence we're having have. Okay, this was all for the compound subject. I'm going to erase it all and take you to the next, yes, the next revision on this lesson. Recognizing direct object. Okay, when I talk about direct object, it means that it's the object that comes after the action verb. Okay, let's have an example. I say, for example, Ahmed bought a car. Ahmed bought what? A car. So Ahmed bought what? A car. Yes, so car here is what? Is DO. It's a direct object. Nice. The direct object can be compound. For example, I will say Ahmed, okay, sorry. Yeah, Ahmed bought a car and a bike. Okay. So do we have here compound? Yes, we're having compound direct what object? What are they? We're having car and bike. So both of them, they're what? DO. This is DO. Okay, and this one also is what? A DO, direct object. Clear? Amazing. Fine, and they come after, of course, the action verb, which is bought. Let's do the exercises that we are having here. Only one sentence in each pair contains a direct object. Underline the direct object, and of course, the object should be a noun. Okay, we agreed about this when I explained the lesson. A noun or pronoun, and circle the sentence number. The players threw the ball in the air and the Panther team yelled loudly. Okay, so we are having here what? Ball is what? Yes, exactly. Ball is the direct object. Ball is the direct object here in this what? In this sentence. Good. The number and the next example, we are having here the school hired a new basketball coach last summer. Okay, and also we're having Coach Orts gets along well with everybody. Okay, we need to see which one is really having a direct what? A direct object. Yes, I want to hear you. Are you guessing it? Exactly. So in the first one, we are having the school hired a new basketball coach. So they hired what? New or basketball or coach? Yeah, they hired a coach. So we are going to choose the first one here. Let me choose it for you. Yes. And yes, the direct object is going to be what? Coach. Yes. Let's see the next sentence. Coach Orts gets along well with everybody. No, there is no noun here. There is no direct object. Good. The second couple. She held team practices every day after school. She held team practices. So this is held, and then we have team practices, okay, every day. So she held the team or the practices? Yes, she held what? The practices. So let's underline it here. Practices, okay. And this is gonna be what? The DO, okay. Let's just check the next sentence. The Panthers improved quickly. We don't have here any noun. So there is no direct object here. And also here we said that there is no direct object. Let's do the next example. The coach speaks softly. Gina and her friends like the coach right away. So speaks softly, softly here, no. It's not a noun. And we're having here Gina and her friends liked. Liked what? Yes, they liked the coach. Right, so coach here is D-O. We still have here one more. However, the Panthers started slowly. Do you think that slowly, guys, is a noun? Sorry, so it's not. So here, guys, we're not having any compound object. Oh, sorry, any direct object. Okay. So again, direct object is an object that comes after an action verb, and we agree, and it should be a noun or a pronoun. Let me take you now to the last part that we are having today, which is identifying subject complement. Okay, identifying what subject complement. When we talk about subject complement, we're having two things to focus on. Let me explain it to you here. Of course, subject complement is a word or group of words that follows linking the verb and tells you more about what the subject of the sentence. And we spoke before about the linking verbs, and we said that we are having verb to be like am, is, are, was, were, being, okay. All of them also we're having some other verbs that act as linking verbs like smells or smells, sorry. We are also having look, we're having taste, okay, seem. All of them also they work as a linking verb, okay. Another part of this lesson is a predicate nominative and a predicate adjective. I'm gonna start with the predicate nominative. When I say predicate, it means I'm talking about the verb. I'm away from the subject, okay. Let me write here an example, okay. They were the lions. They were what? The lions. Where is the verb here? The verb or the linking verb is where. Good. And where is the predicate nominative or adjective? Here, after the verb, we're having a noun. So do you think it's going to be predicate nominative or adjective? Yes, I hear you now. It's a predicate nominative. Why? Because it's a noun. Okay? So it's a noun or pronoun that identifies what? The subject, which is they. Okay? So when I talk about this sentence, I'm having PN, predicate nominative. Wonderful. Another example. Okay? Ahmed appeared calm. Ahmed appeared what? Calm. Okay. So calm here, is it a noun or adjective? Yes, I hear you. It's what? An adjective that comes after what? The verb to identify who is calm, guys. Yes, it's the subject. So here we are having P, a predicate adjective. Excellent. Amazing. So this is the lesson. Okay. Let's check now what we are having in this exercise. Circle the linking verb in each sentence. Write PN. Okay. If the italicized word is predicate nominative, and PA if it is a predicate adjective. Great. So the first one, the forum in Rome, the forum in Rome became the government center. Where is the verb here? Yes, we're having here. This is the verb became, right? So the forum in Rome became the government center. So let's circle first the verb. We have to circle this, okay? Became, right? This is my cat, of course. And again, the forum in Rome became the government's what? Center. Here we are having to think together. Do we have a PN or PA? Government center, noun or adjective? Yes, I hear you. It's what? It's P. Let me write it here. It's PN because we're having a noun here. PN. Right. Let's go to number 2. The first emperor was Octavian, known as Augustus. Okay, so where is the linking verb first? We're having here was, okay, and we're having here Octavian, okay, known as Augustus. Okay, so the verb was is linking verb, and Octavian here is a noun, so we're having, yes, P N, predicate nominative. Octavian refers to what, guys? To emperor. Okay, Octavian is referring to emperor. Julius Caesar was the great uncle of Augustus. Also, let's circle the linking verb. Linking verb here is, yes. Well, it's not coming the circle. Yes, here we are. We're having was. Okay, and we say Julius Caesar was the great uncle of who? Augustus. So we're having the noun here, what? Uncle. Okay, it's gonna be what? Uncle. So uncle, it's, don't say it's great. Okay, great is an adjective. Okay, and again, the great uncle of Augustus. So we're talking about here, the uncle is gonna be what? PN or PA? Yes, it's gonna be PN. predicate nominative. Augustus, who brought peace, was very what? Popular. This is number 4. So Augustus, who brought peace. Actually, the sentence supposed to be Augustus was very what? Popular. This is the sentence before it's connected. Okay. So I'm gonna choose here the linking verb. Where is it? Linking verb. It's here. Was. Yes. And we're having what comes after it? Popular. Popular is a noun or adjective. Yes. It's an adjective. Excellent. Referring to Augustus. So let me write it here. It's going to be P-A, which is predicate adjective. Good. Number 5, roads within the Roman Empire were excellent. Roads within the Roman Empire were excellent. Where is the linking verb? Yes. Let's go and bring it and circle it. It's going to be what? Where. Amazing. After where comes a noun or pronoun or an adjective. So excellent here is an adjective, right? So we are having here PN or PA. It's PA. Okay. So this was all about the revision of grammar. Today we revised 3 important grammar lessons. Okay, we spoke about the subject and verb compound subject and verb, and also we spoke about the direct object, and we spoke about the subject complements, and of course we know the parts of it regarding the predicate nominative and the predicate adjective and the linking verbs. Dear students, I wish you all the best of luck. Please focus well. Don't make it hard on yourselves. Practice makes perfect. Whenever you do practice a lot, when you study daily, it will never make you feel tired or hesitated during your exams. Best wishes and see you inshallah on our live videos. Goodbye.